72 big block Chevelle just sold. It's going to its new home. Congratulations to the new owner. So as the title of the video said, man, I want to take a few minutes to talk about what's going on in the muscle car market right now. Not just muscle cars, but I think just cars in general. But of course, we deal in mainly classics, muscle cars, things like that. And I've been doing this for probably 15 years. Bought and sold probably 100 cars. We've had everything from Trans Ams, Novas, Chevelles, Camaros, Tri-5s, you name it, we've had it. But lately, man, it just seems that, the market seems to be really saturated. I mean, there's a lot of stuff for sale on Marketplace, but everything just seems to be way overpriced, man. And, we had the Chevelle listed for 40, which I thought was, kind of my break-even point. The Chevelle ended up selling to Ricky, who's the guy that bought Turtle from us. I had the blue Chevelle up for sale for a while, and then I decided to drop the price down to 35, for a quick sell. And I reached out to Ricky, and I'd actually reached out to him before. He said he just didn't have the money, to give me the 40 for it. And then when I told him I was gonna let the car go for 35, right away he had a couple of cars. He kind of does the same thing I do. So he had a couple of cars, and he sold those right away, and he came up with the money to buy the blue Chevelle. So, but yeah, man, everything else though, we sold the 54. The 54 was a hard sell. We did a lot of work on that car. If you guys saw the videos on that car, I mean, we got the brakes to work amazing on it. We got the LS engine tuned. Man, the car ran great. The blue Chevelle, you guys saw the series where we pulled the motor and then redid the whole thing. Dakota Digital's in it. Dakota Digital's guys are not cheap, especially not the ones we used. Those things were like $1,600 plus tax plus shipping, and then plus the install. The install was not easy on that car. So at the end of the day, lost a little bit of money on it, but we came out okay. Wish we would have done better on it because it would have helped me with my budget for my next purchase. But that's okay. You win some, you lose some, right? But again, going back to the current car market, everybody I talk to, man, I talk to a lot of people. I know a bunch of dealers, and everybody's saying the same thing. There's a lot of cars out there in the market, but the prices are just crazy, man. You're looking at base Malibus, 72 Malibu with bench seat, column shifter, 60 grand. And you're talking about a car that's not even a show car, man. We're going back to pandemic pricing. Remember the pandemic? Everybody was getting a bunch of money from the government, so everybody was paying a lot of money. We're kind of stuck in that, man. Everybody wants a lot of money for their cars, and I've run into some guys that will absolutely not budge. But I can tell you, just because you're asking something for it doesn't mean you're going to get it, right? That's the problem with eBay. You'll see a lot, you'll see a guy say, well, they're selling for this on eBay. Like, no, they're not, dude. Just because you listed it for 100 grand doesn't mean you're going to get 100 grand for it. Fox body Mustangs, I owned a few of those. I found all coupes. And I used to pick up coupes for, 5 grand, 6 grand. I could turn around, sell them for 10. Right now, 10,000 will get you just a big old piece of junk, And I think what happened is on Bring a Trailer, there was 2 Fox bodies. There was a Cobra that sold for over 200 grand, man. But you're talking about a car that had like 17 miles on it. There was a coupe that had, I believe, 80,000 miles on it. No, something like that. It had low miles, maybe 25,000 miles, but it sold for 80,000. So now every Tom, Dick, and Jane out there with a Fox body Mustang thinks it's $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, And I'm not saying it's not. It's your car. You list it for whatever you want, but it's just a lot of money, man. You're leaving nothing. You're leaving nothing on the bone. For resellers, you're asking full pop for it, and it is what it is, right? I mean, that's what happens. But anyway, leave a comment. I'd love to see what you guys think about the current state of affairs within the classic car market. And again, I'm on Marketplace, all the time. On the weekends, I'm always searching. I have a bunch of alerts set up where I'll get alerted when anything new gets posted. I get an alert. And again, the prices, man, are just, and again, if you get that money for it, great. But I can tell you, man, you know, my Chevelle, the blue Chevelle, was super clean, man. You know, it checked off all the boxes, man. You know, big block, 12 bolt, you know, nice paint, beautiful interior, ran great. You know, it would lay down 20 feet of rubber in second gear. Great car, you know. And I thought 35 was a great price on that car. But again, I've seen cars nowhere near the level of that car for 60 grand, 70 grand, you know, 67, 68, 69 Camaros, 40, 50,000, you know, and I'm talking about not even nice cars, man. You're talking about, you know, cars that are going to need body work, cars that are going to need interior work, cars that are going to need engines. Just, you know, there's also a lot of rollers out there. People are constantly trying to sell rollers. So anyway, I don't want to make this too long. I don't know what we're going to buy yet. I'll be honest with you. I'm feeling a little bit burnt out. Every time I sell something, I just get burnt out, you know, dealing with the emails, dealing with the text messages, dealing with everything, you know, people asking for pictures of everything under the sun, you know. Even though I've posted 1,000 pictures, you'll get a guy that wants just that one more picture. Guys that want more videos, you know. Funny story, I actually had a guy come look at the Chevelle, and I feel bad for the guy. He kind of drove, you know, for 5 or 6 hours and actually pulled the trailer. Came and looked at the car, stayed here for about an hour. We drove around in it, and then at the end of the day, he backed out. He said that the car was a race car. He said he felt that the car was just too much, you know. And I was like, well, it's a muscle car, dude. It's a big block car. The good thing is that it doesn't overheat and it's got a great oil pressure. But at the end of the day, he passed on it, man. He had to drive 5, 6 hours back home. I felt bad for the guy, you know. But I feel I was very honest with the ad, you know, and it is a muscle car. He just felt it was too much for him. It is what it is, right? So anyway, again, I'm rambling, keeping it short. Post a comment, man. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys are out there looking at the market, what have you guys seen? But for right now, I don't think I'm going to be buying anything unless prices just, you know, get better. And because, you know, again, since this is what I do for a hobby, you know, for fun, I don't want to spend a lot of money on something that I'm going to be stuck with it, right? And I can't get rid of it, or at least break even on it. So anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video.